Hello, and welcome to a very special edition of East Skate and Talk. I have a special guest on with me, guys, today, Mr. Eric from Shred Light. Say what's up to the people, Eric.
What's up, Patrick? What's up, all the subscribers of Patrick's channel? It's great to be here.
Man, it is amazing. I'm so glad that you're coming on to bless the channel with somewhat of an exclusive. Shred Lights is coming out with some hot material, guys, right in time for Black Friday, right in time for Thanksgiving. And to the listeners, I'm sure most of you guys know who Eric is. If you don't, something's wrong with you. But Eric, for those out there that just somehow may not know what Shred Lights is, take about 30 seconds and just tell them what is Shred Lights.
Yeah, definitely. So at Shred Lights, we help riders see and be seen while riding at night by cars. We started in 2013 in San Diego. We were originally focused on skateboarding and longboarding, but as electric skateboards became a reality and we got our own, we started riding them everywhere, and we realized the need to add lights to these boards. And in addition to electric skateboards, we started going to group rides and seeing electric bikes, electric unicycles, one wheels, electric scooters. And so we decided that we wanted to make mounts that fit on any of these boards, scooters, bikes, anything now. So yeah, basically we're the most versatile flashlight that is going to work on any electric vehicle for commuting at night.
I love it. And the versatility is definitely a key. We use them all the time, Eric. And the thing is, a lot of people may not know this, but I'm gonna share a little bit of how I even found out about Shred Lights. And when my son and I started
Yeah.
riding, I was looking for lighting options. And I would look in all of these e-skate forums and people would say, look, man, just buy a light and mount it on your skateboard. Trying to save some money. And I tried that,
Yep.
and I talk about this in my review of the Shred Lights, that I was riding and the lights fell off of the board and almost ran over the light. One time we were riding at night and my son almost got hit. And that's when I said, let me go ahead and make this investment in the Shred Lights. And since that point, it has just been an amazing experience because of the visibility, because of, like you said, the versatility where you can put it on any board, almost any item, put it on your backpack. So I love it. So let's talk a little bit
Thank you.
about, man, I love them, man. Let's talk a little bit about the brand new product that you guys have coming out. And I don't want to steal your thunder, so I want you to break it down to the people. What does Shred Lights have coming out, Eric?
Yes, so as of today, November 24th, we just announced our brand new headlight called the SL-1000. As the name entails, it's got a max brightness of 1,000 lumens. The SL-200s have been the go-to skateboard light for the last 18 months, but we heard the community's feedback that the white light wasn't quite bright enough to ride 20 plus miles an hour. So over the last year, we've been working on developing this ultra bright headlight that's going to allow you to see up to 100 feet ahead and is specifically designed for riding at fast speeds. So I actually got one of them right here. I can hold it up to the camera.
Uh-oh. Y'all getting it exclusive
So I got
over
it.
here now.
Yep. So I got it mounted on the action clip right here, which is great for any backpack. In our launch video, I actually put this on a fence too, so you can light up skate spots. Right now, what you're seeing on camera, it has the medium diffuser installed. So can you just give a little more close up? This front ring actually screws right off, and we have a diffuser that's included with the light. You can pop that out, and then you can have the focused standard lens to see as far as possible. We've got a fully waterproof cover on top. We did upgrade to USB-C charging. We heard all you guys asking for that, so we're happy to add that.
The people wanted that. The people wanted it.
The people wanted it. We wanted it too, so we're really happy to have it. We have a fully aluminum shell now. This is critical for heat transfer because running 1,000 lumen light this tiny, you get a lot of heat, but the aluminum shell transfers it right to the outside. While you're riding, the breeze is plenty to keep it cool and maintain 1,000 lumen brightness. We have the same dual side buttons as the SL-200, and then now we've added a third top control button that has a clear rubber. So underneath is the LED indicator. This is going to give you several different readings depending on what modes you're in, and also every time you turn the light on or off, it will let you know what battery mode you're in. So as you can see right there, it's orange. So that way you always know how much charge your light has.
Wow.
And then kind of the last update is our upgraded S-Lock mounting. So making a heavier light, we really wanted to focus on reinforcing S-Lock so that way it stays mounted on your board. It features an overmolded rubber design. And the S-Lock now actually has two posts that help lock it in place so it doesn't move around at all. It's been extremely durable in our testing on skateboards, helmets, bikes, anywhere I want to put them. It's a serious upgrade from the SL-200.
Wow. I mean that you have a lot going on. And I know the people tell me a little bit more about the diffuser. So the diffuser allows you to have a wider field of view
Yeah.
versus more of a narrow focus point of view.
Exactly. So in the standard lens, we've got a 10-degree focus in there, which the objective there is it's going to let you to see as far as possible. And then you can screw off this front ring, and we include a 30 millimeter diffuser disc that goes in here, screw it right on the front, and then now it's going to take that 10-degree focus lens and spread it much wider. So this is going to give you a lot better peripheral light. So in my testing, I like to put one light on my board that has the diffuser installed, so it gives me that really wide angle, and then another one on my helmet that has the standard lens to see as far as possible.
I like
The
that.
combination of that is just insane.
I love it. And that's actually, I mean, I don't have the new lights now, but like with the older versions, I would always have a helmet light up top because that paired with the board, it just made for like an amazing riding experience. And I like what you were saying with
Absolutely.
the, yeah, it's excellent. I like what you were saying with the stronger mount so that because of the increased weight of the light. Now, this is something that really tripped me out when we were kind of going over the light a little bit the other day was that people would still be able to use the same older mounts that they had with the older lights. Is that correct?
That is correct. Yeah, our patented S-Lock mount is here to stay, so the SL-1000 works in all of our current mounts.
Yeah. So that's great for consumers not having to worry about. Let's just say somebody had 4 or 5 boards at the house. One of the great features of the shred lights is that all you need to do is really buy the mounts, and you could take the lights and put them on each board. So even though this new light is coming out, people are not going to have to necessarily go out and buy 10 new mounts so that all of the boards can fit these lights because everything is just standardized. That's amazing, man.
Exactly. Thank you. Yeah, that's what we're going for here. Is one light that can work in any of these places.
Yeah.
I do want to take a second to just talk about the SL-1000 mounting on the front of skateboards.
Okay.
So as you'll see on our website, this is the smallest 1,000 lumen mountable flashlight ever made. And what really drove that is the space constraints on the front of electric skateboards. Obviously, with the bigger, 80 to 90 millimeter wheels, that takes up a lot of space. But mainly the battery pack, like on the X-Way or the Zealot, the start of the battery pack is just behind that truck there. So we have, barely any space to get the light on. So coming in at 3.6 inches, the SL-1000 will fit underneath the X-Way Flex, the Backfire Zealot, Boosted Stealth, Boosted Mini. And it's pretty funny. Once you see it, there's only about 2 millimeters of spare space between the back of the light and the battery pack.
Yeah.
So it's literally, splitting hairs to get in there. On the Evolve boards with the double kingpin trucks, the SL-1000 unfortunately does not fit underneath, but it works great on top. And you can actually take the standard mount and flip it to the inside. And this is all in our launch video, which you can check out on our website. And the light will sit centered over your truck. And I really like this way of doing it because we also have a spacer kit on our site, which is just a set of 8 washers. And with those washers, you can actually put them in the back screw so it tilts the light down and helps aim it more at the ground when you're riding. So I really like the top single mount, but it does fit underneath on several boards.
Yeah, I saw that, and I thought that was really unique because the power of this light now, it allows you to really almost get away with just one. I can only imagine putting 2 of these under the board and riding around. Like that's probably gonna
Oh,
be.
it's
Have you
insane.
tried it yet, Eric? Have you tried it?
Oh, of course, yeah, yeah, it's insane. I do want to say, if you're gonna rock 2 SL-1000s in the front of your board, please, please, please be cautious when you're riding on the road. These things are no joke. They are extremely bright. It is not a good idea to ride with 2,000 lumens of power at oncoming traffic. So that's why we have lower brightness modes. Use the lower modes. Wait till you're on an empty trail to bump up to 1,000 lumens because it is extremely bright.
Exactly, and that's one of the things that I'm doing when I'm actually riding on trails and stuff like that, where I'll either turn it down or just have it flashing gently. And then when I really need to turn it up, you just turn it up because, like you said, you want to be a good neighbor to the community and don't want to
Exactly.
hurt people and all of that kind of stuff. And they hate Eastgate. So man,
Yeah,
I think.
and
Go ahead, Eric.
I was just gonna say my favorite way to use it is the adjustable helmet mount. So using the action mount adapter, it clips into any GoPro mount, and then it just center mounts in your helmet, and you can actually just twist the light down. So this is really good for group rides or riding with friends because you can be going through the dark area with it on full blast, and then you can easily just reach up and turn the brightness down and tilt it down, so you can be a good fellow rider and not blind people.
Exactly. No, that's pretty amazing right there, Eric. So, I know that people can order the lights soon. When do you anticipate people actually being able to get the lights in their hands?
So as of right now, we're on track to start shipping in late December from San Diego, and we plan to have the SL-1000 stocked in retailers worldwide in January. We're going to do our best to keep everyone up to date on the shipping timelines as it comes in, but we just didn't want to miss out on this Black Friday sale and the opportunity to offer everyone a discount on the brand new light. So that's why we decided to launch the pre-sale this weekend, and it'll be about 3 to 4 weeks before we're delivering the first units.
No, this is pretty amazing. Like I'm super excited to get a set for my son and I because you know we do our group rides, man, and really I love riding at night almost sometimes more than I do the daytime. I don't know what it is about it.
It's empty. Yeah, all the places that are crowded during the day, they empty out at night. If you got the right lights, you can go, explore and ride places that are completely empty.
Exactly. No, that's really amazing, Eric. I want to thank you for sharing that. And we had talked a little bit about this as well. And Eric was kind enough to do this because, in addition to sharing the shred lights and what they have going on, which is amazing, I wanted to also just add a little bit extra value to the people who may watch the video. And Eric actually agreed to answer just a couple of like questions that weren't necessarily pertaining to the shred lights and just kind of business in general, so that anybody who's interested in entrepreneurship and things like that maybe could get some added value. But before we make that transition, Eric, was there anything else you wanted to kind of talk about the lights?
I think that's everything for the SL-1000. Like I said, it'll be 20% off on our website from Friday to Monday. This is the only time it's going to be at that price, and then Tuesday it'll be at the full price. We are selling it for $79.99 retail, and that's going to include any one mount, a USB-C charging cable, the included diffuser disc, and the SL-1000 light. So with the 20% off sale, it's going to be $63.99 for the first 4 days only. So make sure you get in there and get yours at the discount price.
Yeah, make sure you guys do that. I'll put a link down to shred lights in the video, so that you guys can get easy access to that because I definitely think that this is going to take our e-skating to a whole nother level because really that was the only complaint that you would kind of consistently hear was I wish it was a little bit brighter, but other than that, so I think you guys are knocking out the park with this one, Eric.
Thank you. Yeah, and then we also do have our new reflective jacket, which is featured in the launch video. I'm gonna hold it up here real quick. So it's a dark gray with reflective accents, and it's just a nice windbreaker for riding. It's water resistant. It's really nice for kind of blocking the wind, obviously, when you're riding, and you can be seen from over 100 feet away with this. So this is going to be $59.99. This will also be included in our Black Friday sale, so it'll be less than $50 to start. We have a limited run of these, so they'll sell out quick.
Oh, nice. Yeah, it's visibility is so important, and you you guys know on the channel I'm a safety guy. I wear my helmets, I wear my pads, I have my shirt lights flashing because it's all about that visibility and safety because we all want to make it home at the end of the day when we ride. We have families, we have kids, we have friends, all of that. So
we interrupt our program to bring you this important message.
New True to Life merch. Budget board, premium board, boutique board. Nah, Escape. It's all about the community. Get your merch using the link below. Now, back to our regularly scheduled program.
I think that's a perfect segue to just one of the things that I found most interesting about Shred Lights when I first learned about the company and things like that was how Shred Lights started and actually how it started on a college campus. And I think you guys had like an incubator on the college campus or something like that.
Yeah. We started at an incubator at San Diego State called the Zip Launchpad.
Wow. That's amazing, man. And so this business started while you were in college and it's turned into an international business.
Absolutely, yeah. I first found Shred Lights about 2 months into my freshman year. I was super eager to do something with my free time. Instead of just going out and partying all the time, I wanted to get started on a business, and I always kind of knew I wanted to work for myself. So when I found the incubator at the Zip Launchpad, I really felt at home and met a lot of other like-minded students, and that's where I found Treadlights.
Nice. And it sounds like one of the things I always tell people is that you your circle is so important about kind of determining like the trajectory of your life. And it sounded like at
Oh
that time
yeah.
in your life, like being around creatives, being around people who were dreaming and were goal oriented really kind of helped spearhead it where Shred Lights is today.
Yes, absolutely. I think it's all about who you surround yourself with, and you gotta be around like-minded people to get to the goals you want.
Awesome. So, one of the things a lot of people and I do a lot of speaking and stuff like that in the community and stuff. It's kind of
Yep.
slowed down a tiny bit because of COVID. But when I first started speaking years ago, I would always ask young people and even like college students, like, what is it that you wanted to be? And oftentimes you would hear things like professional athlete and things like that. And what I've noticed is that over the last 3 to 5 years, a lot of people have changed their response to that they want to be creators or they want to be entrepreneurs. So,
Okay.
what what were some of the greatest challenges as somebody trying to start a business from like scratch that could be helpful to someone?
Yeah, I mean, I think at the beginning, I didn't quite have a good understanding of like what it took to get get a product to sell. I guess I think I was always kind of looking at like the design and not focusing enough on the problem. And so I think the biggest thing I've learned over the last 7 years is you really have to become obsessed with the problem and be really open minded to several different solutions. I think a lot of entrepreneurs starting out, try and just focus on making a great product and then going and getting sales. Whereas I think you really have to flip that and you really have to spend as much time as you can learning about customers' problems, and learning all the ways you can solve them. And then that's how you're going to really come up with the best solution. And at the end of the day, as an entrepreneur, you have to provide genuine value to people's lives. Sure, there's some businesses that are just out there for a profit, but I think to be a good entrepreneur, you really got to provide value to people and help solve their problems in creative ways.
I like that, and solving people's problems is a really big portion of that because oftentimes you help people get what they need, then in turn, other things open up for you as a person. So that's awesome. So if you could, Eric, what are maybe three pieces of advice that you would give someone wanting to start a business? So we got one already, which was, be solution oriented and helping people solve problems. And what would you say would be maybe two more?
I think a second thing is to just run like hell. You can't, I have a saying that has been super applicable in the last 2 weeks getting ready for this launch is uh, done is better than perfect. And as an entrepreneur, you really don't have time to make anything perfect. You just got to get it done and move on to the next thing. And I think a lot of people, are scared to share their idea because someone's going to steal it, and they're just trying to wait to get started until the right situation arises. Whereas with entrepreneurship, you just got to be able to adapt to any situation because how you think things are going to go and how they end up going are often way different. So you just got to get started and just be able to, go with the flow and adapt as you go. If you really get at problem solving and just get started. And then every day, just go out and do something. And then, over time, that's when you'll start to see progress.
I like that. So start small, and then you said something that I always try to live by too is don't get stuck in the paralysis of analysis, where you're constantly trying to make it perfect, or you're constantly trying to do this that you don't get nothing done, and that's so key
Exactly.
right there. And that was even stuff that was like when I got to that point, even like with our books and stuff that my son would do, and like just wanting to speak and just doing different things, like do what you can. You may not be able to speak in front of 1,000 people, but can you speak in front of 10 or whatever the case may be? Just start somewhere. So I like that, Eric. That's some good stuff right there. I got one final question for you, Eric, because I know this is a big day and I don't want to hold you too long. What is the future of Shred Lights? And I gotta ask this question, Eric. Is there anything that you could tell me that the world may not know about that you can share on the channel? Anything.
Well, You know, the SL-1000 is kind of our big thing we've been working on. So, you know, that's definitely been taking a lot of our time lately. But I think over the next couple of years, we're really excited to expand our product line. Up until now, being a startup, we really had to get the most out of each new product. We've totally bootstrapped to get here. So by doing that, we have to reinvest all of our profits. And with you know, starting up a new product, there's a ton of tooling costs and manufacturing costs, R&D costs that go into it. So we've really had to focus on making each product useful in the most ways possible. As we get larger, I'm really excited to make more specific products and it really just expand our product line to wearables. You know, the reflective jacket is kind of an entry into that. Like I said, more specific use products, so like a helmet light, a specific skateboard light. And I think, yeah, we just are really excited to kind of hone in on these different verticals and make better products for each one as we get bigger here.
That's excellent, Eric. I want to thank you for taking time to join the podcast today, man, and just sharing what Shred Lights has going on, but then just your wealth of knowledge in entrepreneurship and in that space.
Absolutely. Happy to come on, and thanks for having me.
Awesome. Do you want to give the people Shred Lights social media or anything like that?
Yeah, you can check us out at Shredlights on Facebook and Instagram, and then our website at shredlights.com. That's got all of the SL-1000 product info. Just finished up the webpage last night and the video yesterday, so we'd really appreciate if you guys want to go check it out. Super pumped on how the video turned out. Just a quick side note, I think a lot of people are going to watch the video, and if you already have, and thought that we hired a company to do that, but that video is actually made 100% in-house. Andrew from customer support created the whole soundtrack, and then I did all the filming and editing. So we're really proud of making that whole video 100% produced by Shredlights.
Yeah, it's a really nice video. Congratulations, guys, on the new material. Eric, thank you for joining. And I always like to leave people with this. I'll see you at the top because the bottom is too crowded. Peace.